Hi guys, I'm back again today with another map reading. I've gone on to the u-measure.com website. I'll just let you zoom in there, and I hope you can see the URL. Let's see, zoom in there. u-measure.com. It's just a new one, this, and I've been paying attention to it. Right, and they've got a few more monitors come up. I just noticed a couple pop up in Japan, which is kind of cool. Hang on a minute, just sort this out. And basically, we've got 0.174 microsieverts per hour. And that is in the right, well, it's got prefecture Fukushima, Japan, but I suspect that we're talking very close to Fukushima, basically. And there's the Japanese there. I'll zoom in on that for our Japanese viewers. And that will probably tell you exactly what part of the prefecture it is. But that's what that's getting there. They're fortunately quite low, considering what's happening in that part of the world. Further down the island, we're getting 0.119 microsieverts per hour. It's nice and low, thank God. Although the latest ACRO report does mention issues with the dust and what have you. That's settled. But that's that. I'm going to zoom out there a little bit, and just very quickly we can then pop over to Europe. Got a couple in America there as well. Just to let you know quickly, they're reading 0.1, about 0.1 microsieverts. So that's as good. And I'll just quickly pull it over. Now there's a couple of bits here. Basically, we have Hesse, Germany. I hope I pronounced that right. And we've got 0.25 microsieverts, kind of near Luxembourg, so we're not too surprised. When we go a bit lower, the highest we're getting is 0.17 from Vorarlberg, Austria, and that's more south, lots of snow and cold, so that seems to be okay. Otherwise, the maps are giving 0.15s, 0.48s, that type of thing, which is good. Right, I'm now going to very quickly go over to this is oddinfo.bts.ee, and I'll just show you that. Useful little addresses if you want to find out about these things. These are public mapping systems, this one, and I suspect in some way it's connected to URDEP. And if you look down here in the bottom right hand corner, it will give you values and colours, so from yellow to purple. And as we look around Germany, we see lots of light colours. Nothing much more than 0.14 on there. Certainly nothing like the 0.25 we've just seen, which probably would be around about here somewhere. If you can see that, yeah, around about here. But these are all very much average. They're not like the the citizen mapping systems like the last one. I was just going to pop over here because I was still interested in Europe, obviously. And this, you'll see the start of the is radio Aktivnost dot Slovakia dot sl dot is it? Yeah, so maybe if you go to that website you can track this mapping. But basically I was just going to show you this. They've got 1, 2, 3, 4 switched off, 157 nanosieverts, that's 0.157 microsieverts, there's another one here. Up in the mountains, I was trying to see if there was some high values up here, but I was just looking there, and generally, once again, they're quite low values on this mapping system. Right, okay, what I was doing here was going to this, which is the Czechoslovakian public mapping system. It's been privatised, changed in November, and it's now only in Czechoslovakian, and I have yet to suss out how it works, because I can't see any monitors on there. They all look kind of empty. There's nothing to click on. I just mouse over everything. I'm going to start pressing these over here. There's some stuff here. I'm going to be pressing those with my mouse later, but I'm not going to do that now. And I just wanted to show you that. And then I wanted to go to Romania. And I wanted to go here because there was, or is, there seems to be kind of a bit of a signature here. It's like 2 rises a day. We're getting two peaks a day, if you like. And I just wanted to note that, because that was from let me see, by Mare, Romania. About to have pronounced that very badly. Not talking particularly, it's T gamma, nanosievert, so we're not talking particularly high. It's just showing a pattern with that. And then basically I've gone off to Oradea, Romania, T gamma, and sievert. We're talking about 120, nothing major, but once again I was trying to see a double pattern here, and there kind of is one. I don't know, but I shall let you decide. And I popped up to Poland for a bit of T gamma, and that's what I got. It's very flat, but I just there was kind of a slight rise towards the end there. Right, the next bit, I popped over to France, where there's a high one there, and I was just, once again, that's kind of a standard thing for this particular monitor, because it's near something that generates pollution, and basically I couldn't see, on that last section there, kind of a second peak there, but it was, and on this one, if I turn off polyline a moment, it just seems to have some data points missing. Oh, it's not liking that at all. I think I've just crashed the system. We'll carry on, we'll go somewhere else with this. Right, so I went to the Czech Republic, where we couldn't get a mapping system just a little while ago, and we can see this on February the 2nd. We're getting some crazy stuff going on with the T gamma. It's popping up. I need to put 0.16 there, but we shall see. I just thought I'd show you that. There's a bit of activity going on, and this is the one in France, without polyline. Doesn't make much sense, but there we are. I hate add text. Yes, right, okay, we've done that one. Went to Hungary, where it was just showing some nice low, steady 110, something like that. Just thought that was quite an interesting one to show. Went to Serbia, which was nearby, got something a little bit more jumpy, but under the 120 more or less. There's the dates. There's that. Okay, and then Hungary again, as was pointed out, I think we mentioned it a couple of times, but here's the peak, here's the date, here's the update, 6th of February. I think there's possibly some data points missing there, don't you? But that's where it is. It's the PAX 89 Hungary one. And in fact, actually, if I remember correctly, this was Red Stag, which went up to 0.4, which was mentioned by Beyond B. And I was just going to show you some data points there, which are the 4th, one data point on the 4th, and on the 5th we've got 3 data points, and it's finishing on point 3.93 plus O2, but it kind of has switched off, hasn't it? They're not measuring it anymore. And I think lastly, yes, here's the conundrum. I've set this to the maximum value. I'm not particularly going to look at the amounts because the IAEA, sorry about that, the IAEA tend to issue, if I take you over here for a moment, I'll zoom in. When we contacted the IAEA, it was Beyond B actually, someone like that. Basically, we have these options here, and you have your average value, your last value, maximum value, minimum value, standard deviation, and all of these pretty much are there to confuse the issue, as far as I'm concerned. The IAEA actually mentioned something about maximum value in a response to all these little emissions that we had. Said they weren't an issue, under their ICIP thing. They're basically, and there's no issue with the amounts, and the amounts that were measured, basically there was some issue whether it was one of these values. Normally I tend to use the last value because that's what comes up automatically. If you put the maximum value on, you're going to see little red dots appear and things like this. But these are points that are argued if you look all over Eurodep or anything to do with these things. They're kind of argued. So if I was to pull you in here, you can see Hungary here with the 2 red dots, and they're not particularly high. We've had a look at them as Rechstag and the other one, PAC 89 or whatever it was. So anyway, but here there is no data at all. Slovenia, this is the area that one of the reactors that was having a problem was here, and that is switched off. Personally, I would say that's a little bit suspicious. Let's zoom out. Let's zoom out here, and obviously there's a lovely area here that's kind of clear as well, and here. So we're sort of looking at all sorts of switch offs going on. If we look down here, we've got no data along that coastline at all actually.